All right, after a quick trip to Ace Hardware, came back with a few bolts, big ones for the Fender, and a bunch of support ones as well. I'm definitely not putting one in each one. I'm not in here for perfection, but everything is now going to get buttoned down. Of course, had to steal a few over here to figure out what sizes I need. So I'm going to put this part back together and then get these fenders just bolted up to the point of not going to fall off. Let's do that. All right, so first thing I'm going to do is remove this cowl and then get this fender lined up, because there's 2 bolts that are underneath here, and then I'm going to get all these lined up and try and get these started up underneath. All right, took the cowl off, got the fender all bolted up, and then turns out I probably didn't even need to. I said the shit with those bolts right there, because it's staying fine. It's bolted in on the bottom. It's not going anywhere. There's 2 bolts in the front, 3 on top, 1 down here. I'm good. It's not a show truck. It's on there. It's definitely not coming off. So next, I'm going to put the cowl back on there, get that all bolted up and lined back up. And then I've got a complete fender area. Then I'll go and work putting the bumper back on. Also, here's a tip for you. Never throw away your bolts. Thought I had them all. Needed a spare one. Came in perfect for the one that's down underneath here. But don't ever throw your bolts away. Washers, put them all into place. So this fender's on. Gonna throw this sucker on. And then I'm gonna move back around over here. Throw this bumper on here in a minute. And get this side, just this panel, button back up right there. All right, she is looking like a truck again. Got the passenger side cowl put back on, and I'm going to show you the difference. This is all original, less the fender. The fender is a repop, but no damage over on this side. This is, I'll show you the wheel here in a minute, but you can see the gap here and this piece here, how much of a difference it is when you come over to this side. And you see the fitment here. So what happened when I had the accident, or when the wheel fell off, we'll call that the accident. The wheel came up this way, crinkled the fender, and hit a big piece that's inner support for the cab inside. It's actually the cab inside behind this. And when it did, you can see the wheel went up like this, and this piece right here got hit as well. So all this is kind of concaved in. You can see it's kind of bowed in right where the wheel hit. So again, I'm not like, I want to ride this thing. This is about functionality and it moving and driving and parts not falling off. And this fender's now on, cowl's on, they're not falling off. So that's where I'm at right now with this thing. So let me show you over here, actually, the wheel. I don't know why. Not quite sure why I kept it. I feel like I'm gonna make a hose reel out of it, like a hose thing. I'm gonna bolt it to the wall so I can wrap my hose around it. And it'll be a cool little yard art reminder. But you can literally see one of these is where the wheel basically crunched up into the ground, or up into the fender, and then down below. So you can literally see where it got squished. Boom. So when it came off, it just crunched. And of course it hit another car on the way. Yeah, that's a story for another day. So the next thing I'm going to do, bolt on this fender, this bumper. It really is 4 bolts the way I have it bolted up. It's complete. It is back on, sturdy, tight, secure. Nothing is hitting. When you open up the doors, the gaps aren't perfect. This is my reminder of what happened. That's called character. Okay, let's put the bumper on. All right, there's the front end complete, back together. I'm moving on from the front end. The last piece of the puzzle for this front is going to be the wheels, so that I match the wheels in the rear. I had to buy a new one, obviously, when the other one fell off. So I'm gonna throw those back on. Not in a rush to slap them on, obviously, but when I get it moving and driving. But front end is now back together. Looks like a truck again. Complete. Hasn't had the fender on for a good year, so she's running. I think the next thing I'm going to start tackling is actually this right here. I may go get the exhaust done before I put the bed in because it needs a new exhaust. It's got some leaks in this one. I got quoted about $400. So I may get a new exhaust in, but I don't have to put it in before the bed goes in. So good chance I'm going to put this all back together here. I'm just going to go get some 1/2 inch plywood, and you're going to see a bed floor in this thing here really, really soon.